Okay, what's up guys? Josh, aka Olufemii. I'm here with my bro Ted.
What is going on, dude?
Ted from Aputure.
It's good to see you, Josh. I got the one, the only Josh here in the flesh.
This guy's freaking legend. You're president of Aputure USA. What I specifically want to talk to you about though was the 300D Mark II.
Off the bat, 300D Mark II is 20% brighter than the original. For a lot of you guys out there that are looking for high power output devices, you're looking at HMIs, 400 watt or 575 watt HMIs. I don't like doing tungsten to HMI equivalents or HMI to LED equivalents, but it's approximately about a 575 watt HMI equivalent. Again, a super expensive light that we're going to try to make affordable for indie filmmakers. So, full LED technology, Bowens mount, a couple improvements. We extended all the cables, so 7.5 meters now. You can leave the controller box on the floor, rig the light up onto a Menace arm, no problem. Also, in addition to that, we've now got wireless control. You can control this via an app. We'll talk about that later. And ergonomic designs too. The controller box and the ballast have now been built into one totally silent, no fans, passive cooling, powerable via battery. This is a light that you can compete with the sun, take it into the forest, and you don't need a generator.
Again, if you could reiterate real quick, say I'm a guy that uses tungsten.
Yeah.
What would be the equivalent to tungsten 300D? Like
Absolutely.
A 2K, 1K?
We're talking about approximately a 2.5K now at this point. Incredibly bright. Again, this is something that really will be able to compete with the sun, be able to really bring in sun rays if you're going to shoot it through a window. And again, it's cool running. You can touch it, it's not a problem. You can plug it into a household circuit because it only pulls about 350 watts of power. And again, it's powerful enough that we're opening up a full world of lighting that I think a lot of indie filmmakers haven't been able to afford up until now. So this is actually going to be priced at, we think, about $1,200 coming out in the next 2 months. Again, compared to a lot of those HMI fixtures, we're talking about half to a third the cost.
Anything else? I've been seeing some other stuff, like there's like a lantern, like a...
Yeah, so this NAB, we're showing off the spotlight mount. So a lot of you guys that are familiar with the Leica or the Source 4, the spotlight mount lets you project your light. You can do a sharp circle now. You can cut it into a box or triangles or shapes, or you can put it's a totally parallel beam angle. So basically what this means is that I can put things like Happy Birthday Josh in there, and it will literally project that light onto the wall. I can put a cookie in there, a Kukaloris, Gobos, an iris, a couple of these things that we're showing off today. This is going to be available, we think, for about $4.99. It's going to come out in the next month, so super, super soon. It's going to transform your 300D or your 120D into a Leica. So again, the idea of Aputure is what if we made one light, we could modify it to become any other light. Totally modular, shape-shifting light. Yeah.
It's crazy. And you guys' prices are ridiculous.
Thank you.
Super sick. That's a 300D. You guys need to get it. Let's tackle real quick these other awesome things you guys are
we got all
there's
kinds
so
of
much stuff.
We got a lot of
crazy
stuff going on. Most trade shows we have a lot of stuff, but
sure, just a tiny bit. There's like a charger box right here.
Let's do this, absolutely. So this right here, secret release, we're showing it off for the first time today. This right here is the Aputure MC. Now what's exciting about this, bang, off the bat, full RGB control, full hue and saturation. I'm blowing this out right now. But basically what this is going to let you do is it's going to have 360 color control. You can actually make 36,000 colors out of this because 360 color wheel plus 100 degrees of saturation on each one. Little pucks lights, if you're familiar with the M9, it's the same size as the M9, but in addition to that, it's twice as bright as the M9, about as bright as the MX. Total full RGB, and I can do effects. So I can do things like explosions. Tap my phone, bang, I can have my lights pop. I can group 5 or 6 of them together, do a fire effect together. I could do 6 lights in a row. I could do a little red dot that flies by, back and forth.
Really dope for like close-up shots. I've been seeing some cool videos on YouTube as far as like especially in dark rooms.
Like little RGB fringes on people. You can do a little RGB hair light. If you want to do some architecture lighting, you can throw a bunch of pucks in the background, have your lights change in the color, light a party. Again, really, it's totally versatile, built-in battery. On minimum intensity, you're probably going to get approximately about 20 hours of nonstop use. On maximum intensity, we're talking about 100 minutes. So really, really powerful. On the back here, quick charge, wireless charging. This case right here actually charges the entire thing.
Tell them about the case.
In 75 minutes, no cables, because we've seen the way that you guys charge your M9s, your MXs. I see how many cables you've got plugged in. It's a mess. I'm trying to clean it up for you guys. This case, I can actually magnetically just stick them in. It sucks it into place automatically. I just plug my case into the wall into AC power. This will charge it in 75 minutes, no cost. Super easy. These are going to come in single units for $79, trying to do it as affordably as we can, and they're also going to come in a full 12-light kit for approximately about $1,100 if you need that many lights.
Sick. And then lastly, the app.
Yes, the app. So we got the app, and real quick before I do that, this right here is the Aputure RC smart bulb. You see how it's on? I'm not even plugged into anything. That's because this light actually has a built-in battery. Just like the MC, I've got full RGB in here. Full HSI control. I can do 36,000 colors from this one bulb. It's way brighter. I can use the app to control it, and The app, which we were talking about before, is using SIG mesh technology. So what that means is that my lights are actually all talking to each other. They're not just receivers, they're transmitters. They're making a network of lights. This is not like normal Bluetooth where your phone connects to each light individually. What this means is that the technology that we're using actually just came out late last year. What your lights are doing, your 300D, your MC, your RC, all of your lights are actually connecting to each other. One light is connecting to 6 lights, and each one's connecting. You're making a web of connections. And what that means is that if your phone dies, it's not a problem because the network exists without you. The lights are already all connected. You just have to be close to one light, and you can tap in, log in, and you can actually control all the lights from your phone. You can bring them up and down. You can change color control. You can group them together. You can animate them together. You can actually, if you lose one, you can actually have all your lamps talk to each other, and you can geolocate one of them. So basically, literally, we've already programmed it in there. If you lose a light, you just choose which light you missed. All the other lights will look for it, find it, and it'll make the light start blinking like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's Morse code for here. I'm here.
That's great because they're so small.
Absolutely. Your lights are going to blink. But this will also work for your 300D. Your 300D, if you lose it, you don't know where it is, you can have it start flashing so you know where to look for it.
Okay.
So SIG mesh technology means that all of your lights in the Aputure ecosystem are going to get full app control. What about your 120D Mark I? You've got a 120D Mark I. Do you want app control? Yes. So what we're doing is we're actually all of your existing Aputure lights, even if you bought 5, 6 years ago, if they have wireless control into them, a lot of them already have it built in. We're actually unlocking new feature sets for those. You're going to be able to control your 672 panel from 6 years ago with an app because we're bringing out something called the Sidus Link. This a little brink. All you're going to do is plug it into a wall, plug it in, and automatically your phone is going to talk to that, which will talk to your lights. So all of a sudden, all of your old Aputure lights, app control, explosions, party effects, you can do strobing, you can do fireworks, all of that is now unlocked. So all the Aputure ecosystem, we're building a universe here. Sidus means universe, so we're trying to make an Aputure lighting universe that you guys can take with you on the go, no matter where you need to be.
Dope.
It's a lot of stuff, right? A lot of things that we're talking about.
Did we already talk about, there's something that your bro was talking about where you could like take a picture with the app and the light would like mimic? Did you already talk about that?
We didn't even talk about that. So one of the things that we're talking about here is the color picker function. So we were showing this a lot at the dinner yesterday, but basically all you have to do is pull out your camera on your phone, look at anything. I can pick the red of my shirt, take a photo of it, and automatically I can track this color and my light will match it immediately. And I can group that to like 6 or 7 lights. I can say, hey lights, I want you guys to track this red. I really like this red, and I can send it to a friend. I can message it. I got a DP in London shooting something, got Wes Anderson yellow, sending it to my friend. He can shoot with that exact same Wes Anderson yellow, so we make sure that our shoots match. That is coming out. We've also got source match too, so if you got like a neon green light, exit sign, trying to match that color, bring it on your phone, snap that, bang, automatically your light is going to match that green light, so you can extend that effect of that light and wrap it wherever you need to.
Yeah, so many different little things.
There's a lot of uses for this kind of stuff. Honestly, in the future, we're planning on being able to do it in real time too. So you could point your phone at like a screen, you could record it. You could record a television, like the color change, the intensity change, and have your light be able to recreate that. That's in the future though, so a lot of things that we're working on here, trying to see what we can release, but the app is fully functioning. You can see it today. You can see color picker mode working in action. Again, we released and talked about this a little bit last year, but for the first time, we can now see it in the flesh.
Dang.
Yeah.
Y'all are crazy.
We're trying, man. We're working real hard. SIG mesh literally came out at the end of last year. So again, this is like breaking, cutting edge, new technology, but it's going to happen.
Dang, you guys have put the standard so high. It's ridiculous. Like, you guys got to get all this stuff. It's crazy. Ted, you're a legend.
Tuning in, man. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks so much, man.
Cool.
Bro.
For sure.
Servers. We got a fairly good looking show for you. We got a